it's my insecurity, or it's what. But like, I get told at the gay bar that I act straight.
Dude, you do?
I know. And so that's my thing.
You know what it is? You were raised in Wyoming.
Yeah. And that's what I tell everybody. And like, so I'm very like straight vaccine, so I kind of keep that mask on until I'm comfortable with people. Either I'm not okay. Like, I don't know. I just feel like you and I just naturally talking about something and come out and we're not trying to have. I don't know, and I shouldn't be afraid to be myself, but I am.
Why are you so afraid of the haters? You gonna let the haters win? You're gonna let the haters tell you that you can't be the person you wanna be? You're gonna listen to some bitch ass haters?
Yeah, I'm listening to some bitch ass haters. Nah, dude, I'm not trying to save face, I'm trying to stay safe.
I completely understand.
I'm trying to get a record out.
Man, if I told people, I realize that sometimes when I talk about some of the heavier situations in my life, people have no perspective for something that fucking heavy, like normal people.
Yeah.
Like, I'll talk about when I got jumped in jail by 5 different dudes and how I was the one that came out of it on top.
And that's another thing too, is like, I feel like it's really easy for people to misunderstand, and I'm not trying to misunderstand.
Well, that's the thing too, like, sometimes context can be as deep as like something that happened in the conversation hours ago, like when you're just talking, you know, but taken completely out of context, it can look really, really bad.
Yeah.
Like here's a really good example.
That's one of my biggest fears, I'm afraid of being misunderstood.
Oh, dude. See, so my sponsor and I talk about a lot of different things, but one of the things that we talk about is fear. Because when you get down to it, everything that's negative is really just fear in one form or another. Like anger is just the fear of not being accepted, or it's also the attempt to make someone else feel guilty. Which again is just fear.
Exactly.
In essence. My sponsor asked me what the #1 human fear was, and I was like, what? And he was like, abandonment. And I was like, yeah, I understand that. That's been my whole life.
Yeah.
Everybody just got tired of dealing with it because it was too hard, so they just slowly drifted away. And then the ones that stuck around were the ones that I really paid attention to, like Faye, my friend Megan, my friend Jake. God, I could go on, and I don't want to start listing names because I know I'm going to forget some, and it's not that they're not important, it's just that I'm tired.
I feel that. Hold on. I gotta label this the podcast.
The podcast. Welcome to the Bonercast. Hey, it's Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 305. Make sure you listen to this podcast down the south. I'm mommy.
Meet me at the hotel. You can bring your girlfriend. Meet me at the hotel. Oh, now ladies.
Bro, can we talk about how Bo Burnham is literally the biggest genius of our generation?
So I liked his more older YouTube stuff, not gonna lie.
Inside Out was literally one of the most moving movies I've ever watched in my entire life because it speaks to that agoraphobic creation. That kind of creation that only comes from isolating yourself and going crazy.
I watched about 5 minutes of that, and I'm like, I think I've had enough internet for today.
I cried about 7 times during that movie.
Really?
Yep.
Well, shit.
Because, everybody remembers the songs, but nobody remembers the movie. And that's what he did with songs like Bezos. Yeah. He was literally calling this motherfucker the worst human being that's ever existed, and all of these billionaires are making videos to that song. And it's like, wow, the cognitive dissonance there is incredible.
Do you need like a glass of water or something? Agua? Señor? Yo! Baby! Let me hit that!
Hey baby! Hey baby! Hey baby!
Hey baby! We in the club like we in the club like yo, I'm hanging out with that other dude. So did I finish the story over there on my day with?
No, I cut you off.
No, type of wood? No longer.
Probably not. Nicotine really slows you down, doesn't it? How tall are you now? 6'2", 6'3"? Man, I'm just advocating for you.
I would call it.
Woo! Sorry, the cushioning like pinched my arm a little bit. Talking about hard. So this dude.
It went really well. Everything went really well. Hell of a vibe. He showed me songs. Yeah, I'm going to release a song. It's about my ass. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. He's like, well, I'm going to release a song. It's not released yet. Let me show you. So that makes sense. I'll show you. Well, a really good song. Dude, that needs to be on radio. Whatever. So then he dropped me my car. He also went bringing out K1 before we went. And then you're drinking, you bought me several drinks in your body. I'm basically cut up. Then I see him at the same bar, Charlie, on Saturday. Go, oh, hey man, how you doing? What's good? What's up? Whatever.
Oh my god, you're one of those?
What?
Fucking, you don't have taste buds because you can handle that much capsaicin?
That's not my shit. That's not my
Oh. That's specifically from the Hot Ones YouTube channel. That's their brand of hot sauce.
Yeah.
All of those hot sauces right there.
I can't handle spice. This water is too spicy.
Jalapenos are 3,000 Scoville units. That hot sauce is 500,000. It has some sort of fucking Reaper, no, not Carolina Reaper. Scorpion pepper. Yeah. It's between 550 and 750,000.
Like a safety teabag you for an hour and a half.
Do you know how the Scoville scale works? Has anybody ever explained that to you?
Oh, is it like an exponential?
It's so stupid. I found out how it was set up from Good Eats. It was originally set up by this dude who would take a bottle, a spritzer of pre-measured out sugar water, and he'd have people eat things that were considered spicy in varying degrees. And however many squirts it took to get relief was the number.
How many trials do you have to have? Well, it's the same.
Lots.
Well, yeah, you have to, or else you
Most on himself.
At least there's a little bit of standardization.
You gotta be a little crazy and masochistic sometimes for science. And what is rap music but science?
Culture, motherfucker.
I mean, it's a little bit of everything.
Apology.
If you're listening to Kendrick Lamar or Childish Gambino, it's literally everything. It blows my mind that Kendrick Lamar is not a G because he chose not to be. He chose to be smarter than that.
Yes.
He chose to be the son of a G, and that was all he needed.
Yes. I'm thinking about breaking into real estate too.
If you want to make a fuck ton of money and kill a lot of people, that's a great way to do it.
And kill a lot of people?
Yep. That's all blood money.
Real estate?
Real estate is built on the backs of dying homeless people.
That's true, gentrification.
Unfortunately.
It is.
But you can't change something unless you're involved in it.
Right, yeah.
Exactly why I still might become a lawyer or a doctor. Well,
Play
medical.
the game to change the game, bro.
Oh shit.
So, yeah, I'm still recording this. We got it on.
I need a charger.
What took trigger?
iPhone.
I don't have an iPhone cord.
I do in my car, damn it.
I have a block cord, but not a cord.
Well, I guess we're limited on my life to when my phone dies. So.
Call me a Honda until I got a cord.
Aha. I'm gonna put this. Pero aquí. There we go.
That's what we in the biz call a backdrop.
Okay. All right. So are we rolling? Do you want to do any sound checks or anything like that before we like started?
Start at what? We recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
I'm just asking you. Like it's your. That's all your deal.
I should have. I just said, hey, let's at least get audio transcript of what we're saying.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You know, but I mean, I can like make sure it's good quality, good.
You can fix it in post later anyway.
Well, not really. I mean, you can, but like, you want to start with a good recording.
I mean, you can fix it in post later. You just gotta sacrifice the next 2 weeks of your life.
Got a good F recording, better kill a mic like a young Jason Voorhees. That's a fucking bit, but you can't do it for me. Something like that. It's the AC. That fan's just loud as fuck, so I don't want it to be like too loud. I don't want it to be like my weed, you know.
Ooh, you know, honestly, what I want to do, I want to get a rough vocal. There's no